trimming your hair, the magic of it is not only are you getting the dead hair off rather, because you need to be doing that, and it's actually making your hair healthier because the split ends aren't going to go up. That's all you hear, right? No. There's way more than that. Hi, my lovelies. How are you this week? I'm so excited to come to you today with what I have to say. Okay, I want to make it short and sweet. I'm going to do my very best, okay? As you saw with the title, this is going to be about the magic of trimming your hair, okay? All right, so I will talk about this more in upcoming videos. I want to talk about a few things that off the bat right now that trimming your hair can do that I didn't realize. So, first of all, welcome to my channel. Make sure that you have stopped for a minute and you subscribe and you click the bell, and make sure if you like this video, please do a thumbs up and let me know you like it so I can do more videos like this, okay? Comment below on how often you trim your hair, okay? And share this with anybody who you think can benefit from it, all right? Okay, so this is what I wanted to come on real quickly and tell you, is that you guys know that I just trimmed my hair, right? All right. This video is about the magic of trimming and what they don't tell you, ? And the reason I'm saying that is because for years I'm like, how come there's no videos on trimming your hair? Well, they do talk about it. That's the problem. We're not paying attention, I think. Well, I know I haven't been paying attention the way I'm supposed to. So I think they do talk about it, but I think that I'm not listening, and people like me probably aren't listening because we don't want to cut our hair. I think that's the last thing we want to do is cut our hair. What they say to you about trimming your hair is they tell you you have to have your own regimen. There is no set time, which is vague and hard for a new natural to figure out if you're still figuring out your hair. That's like a whole thing. Then there's a how to trim your hair, and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know my hair. I don't know. My whole hair looks a hot mess. How do I know? Man, I might as well just cut the whole thing off. So it's like we don't know how much to trim, and then we don't know how often. We don't know how much to trim, and a lot of us just say, I'm not trimming it because I need every inch I can get. I don't think we're bought into it, and I don't think that we are hearing it loud enough. So I'm here to tell you louder, because I think a lot of the YouTubers and people who are already bought into it and are having successful hair journeys, I don't think they realize that we're not listening to them. So for example, if you can think of your favorite YouTuber, I mean, hopefully it's me, but or those who you know have had beautiful popping curls and kinks, more than likely they are trimming their hair. I think the catch-22 with trimming the hair that I think I want to share with you is what happens is when they talk about the 5 things that grow and retain your hair, and I think I'm guilty of it too because I'm still learning. But those who know it already, they'll tell you all the things to keep your hair healthy and to retain the length. And then one of the last things will be trimming your hair, and we will be like, well, we won't be listening to that. We listen to everything but that, because when you're in that mindset of growing your hair, the last thing you want to hear is cutting. You hear cut, you don't hear trim. They say trim, your brain says cut. You know, and we are not in that place where we want to cut our hair. And that's why you'll see the group of people with healthy, beautiful curls and kinks, and you'll see the people struggling. I feel like those of us who have been in the struggling section for so long, the magic of switching from the struggling to the healthy and the beautiful popping curls and kinks, I believe not only is it that taking care of your hair and the old ends, but trimming off dead hair. Okay, I want to get into this more, and I will in videos to come, but I just want to talk to you and just get it into your heart and in your mind that please be on board. Please be on board with trimming your hair. I want to see if you're already on board with it at least. And I want you to look at videos, look out there on how to do it, why to do it, all that stuff. But what I'm here to tell you is beyond the fact that it's just the right thing to do, your hairstyle and the management of your hair and all those other things we tell you to do, like I said in my last video, they won't even work if you're not trimming your hair. I'm seeing that more and more and more. Okay? So let me just pause for a second and talk about my look. So look how full my hair is. My hair is full for its own reasons. Before I even trimmed it, you noticed it. So I'll be doing a video on that. But the trimming it has brought my hair to a whole nother level. Man, this is day 1, okay, for my wash day yesterday. And I didn't do a full one. I did it with Rosso Clay because I didn't want to completely strip my hair. So I did Rosso Clay instead of shampoo. And then I did the rest of my regimen, right? Day 1. This is day 1. I have been able to go up to day 4 since I've trimmed my hair. Literally, trimming your hair, the magic of it is not only are you getting the dead hair off rather, because you need to be doing that, and it's actually making your hair healthier because the split ends aren't going to go up. That's all you hear, right? No. There's way more than that. The styling of your hair is going to be so beautiful. I know you've heard that too, but it's even better than that. It's even better than that, guys. The combing out of your hair. Now think about that. If you comb out your hair and you don't have that, you're not pulling it out, you're not creating more problems. That's an issue that you're going to avoid, okay? Now, we got those popping curls, right? We admire the beautiful hair, the big hair. Think about the most beautiful hair out there. I appreciate it if you think mine is. Thank you so much. But I've been like you, and I've been looking at beautiful, big, thick hair, pretty hair and everything. And all of them have something in common. Just think about that for a second. It's thick and healthy from the roots to tip. That's what it is. And somehow the magic of trimming it, all of a sudden the curls look even prettier. How is that possible? I don't know. But the same curl looks even more beautiful because it's trimmed. Everybody whose hair has been beautiful that we've admired had trimmed, healthy, thick ends. And back in the day when we didn't love our hair, we didn't like wear our hair out natural, we looked at Caucasian, Latin, Indian, all the other cultures. And what was so beautiful is that they always had those blunt ends, you remember? And it made all their hair look so thick and pretty. Whenever you saw blunt, healthy ends, you loved the hair. We're no different. And if you really think about the people that you watch on YouTube and everybody, including me, they don't have to have hair down their back for you to admire them. It's that thick, healthy hair from root to tip. That's the magic of trimming your hair, is that's what you want. You want health over length because that's not length, that's garbage. The ends of your hair is garbage. We want to take care of our hair, and we always hear, the ends of your hair are the oldest part of your hair, take care of it, take care of it. And I even say that. But that doesn't mean don't let it go when it's time to let it go. Okay? And so I'm here to say, if it's time to trim your hair, I challenge you to trim it. Learn how to do it first. And if I wasn't so upset that day that I trimmed my hair, I would have filmed it. But I want to talk to you about how to trim it, when to trim it, and all those things, because when you're new natural and you hear things, you've heard me say this in my previous videos, that a lot of natural gurus, they would say, natural hair gurus, they say, oh, trim your hair when it needs it. When you're new, you don't know when your hair needs it. As far as you know what I mean? You got to go when your hair needs it. You don't have a schedule. Do it when you need it. In terms of schedule, you do it when you need to create a schedule based on when your hair needs to, and then know when it needs to. First, you got to know when your hair needs it, and that right there is a thing in itself. So just telling somebody to trim it when they need to, when they don't even know their hair, it doesn't mean anything, and that's what I'm here to help you with for new naturals, and even naturals that think they're doing it right, and then you're wondering why your hair is a hot mess, and that's why. And then once you know when it needs to, then you can create a regimen based on that. You have to pay attention. Remember that first year? Pay attention to when it needs to, and you start noticing if you're journaling, which you should be doing on the first year anyway, especially, you'll say, oh, the last time I trimmed was about 3-4 months ago. And then you do it again. Wait a minute, it looks like a 3-month pattern here. I would suggest, if you don't have any clue and you don't know where to start, check in with your hair every 3 months at the minimum, and just check it. Check your ends and look for stringy ends. So your hair should be thick, 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 thick. And when it starts to get thinner and you put white paper and it looks thin, cut at that thin, at the line where it's thick, so that it's all thick to the end. Okay, that's new for me. I always cut my hair when I got out of a weave to the next weave. In between weaves, I would always trim my hair, but I just cut an inch all over because I thought I was supposed to do it like that. Just think about that. The reason why the gurus are saying this, what they're trying to say, and what I'm sure they're saying very well, we're just probably not listening, because once they say trim, our brains think cut. So we're just like, want. We don't hear anything. We heard all 4 of the 5 tips, but when they got to trimming, we didn't hear it. So when I say they didn't tell us, they told us. We just don't want to hear it. That's why I had the question mark, because I'm like, did they tell us? So I went back and I looked at some videos recently, and I'm like, oh, people are talking about it. Eesh. But a lot of them aren't very old, those videos. So maybe when I was starting, I didn't see a lot of them. I don't know. But all of a sudden, have you heard the saying, the teacher appears when the student's ready. That's it. The teacher appears when the student's ready. Look that up. Comment below if you know what that means. So basically, the teacher's been telling you stuff all the time. Your mom's been telling you, the preacher's been telling you, and you didn't hear anything. Then one day something happens that brings what they said to life in reality in your life. Then all of a sudden, they appear. What they said appears. Oh, they did say that. You know what I mean? So now I hear them. I hear what they're saying. Now, I have to be honest. I didn't see a lot of them when I first started 2016. But now, if you look, there's plenty of videos on how to cut your hair. They're showing you, they're explaining it and everything. So there's lots of videos about it. And I will share when the next time I do it. But basically, when you want to cut where that line of thick hair is, so you should have all thick, and you will see magic. Your hair is going to look different magically, just like that. So trimming hair is magical. You know, it's just magical. So it's going to look great. It's going to look like a whole new head of hair. I.e. It's going to comb better. I don't know. The curls are just going to start popping. And you're like, oh, I didn't even know my curls look like that. Because that was dragging it down. I mean, there's more. The kinks are going to be popping. The other thing that you'll see is, you thought your hair was dry. You thought the product wasn't working for your hair. Your hair changed. Something's wrong with it. It's stringy. No, it just needs a trim. That's what's wrong. Products don't even go in your hair right. Hairstyles don't work. Your hair looks like it's different from it really is. You're thinking your hair is a certain way when it's not even your hair. It just needs a trim. Other cultures are used to trimming their hair all the time, but we have to get on that trimming of our hair. And so back to what I was saying before is that what they're trying to say is you don't want to cut and you don't want to leave. So in other words, you don't want to leave that dead hair sitting there. You can have 3 inches of dead hair. I've seen that. Haven't you seen it on Instagram and stuff? All that dead hair, it's all thin. It's thick, and then thin. Where the thinness begins is where you have to trim off, okay, when you're really trimming your hair. And so what they're saying is that's how you do it. The hows is what I'm here to tell you. Cut at that line where the thinness begins and down. Even if it's 3 inches, 2 inches, just do it. The rest of your hair, remember, when you looked and admired hair, it wasn't always the length. Sometimes it was just that beautiful, thick, even hair from root to tip. And that's what you'll have if you do that. Your product will go in better. Your hairstyles will look better. It's just amazing. You'll be able to comb through it. It'll grow healthier. It's going to look longer because the ends are so much thicker. And that's what they mean by your hair grows faster when you cut your hair, I believe. So what the gurus are saying is that don't leave them because they'll keep going up and it'll get worse. So if you don't cut 2 inches now, you're going to end up cutting 3 inches. So cut it off. Cut it off now so it doesn't get worse is what they're saying. I'm going to say it 3 times really loud. Cut off the split ends. Cut off the split ends. Cut off the split ends. Sometimes I'm that kind of person where somebody has to get my face and say, Patrice, you need to do blah, blah, blah. So I'm doing that with you. Please cut off the split ends. Okay? And so some of us are like that. So they did tell us, we just weren't listening. So they're telling you not to go above and not do it at all is what they've been trying to say to us. Don't try to keep them. There's all these things online about how you can keep them. Don't try to keep them. Trust me, remember, think about the people you look at. I don't have hair down my back and you're watching me. You must admire my hair on some level. So that means it's not always about the length that makes you admire beautiful hair and people that admire your hair. It's about the health of it that makes it so amazing and beautiful. Think of all the people that you've always loved. You probably didn't like stringy, funny looking hair. You like that thick hair from root to tip. Even if it wasn't long, you like all kinds of lengths, I'm sure, right? So that's what you want for yourself. And that's what I want to say to you is that trimming your hair is not cutting your hair. Cutting your hair is going into the actual healthy hair. So if you want to style, you want to cut your hair, you've passed the unhealthy part and now you're going into all healthy hair and you're cutting a style. That's cutting. Trimming is when you take off dead hair, okay? You must do it, okay? And keep monitoring your hair. And if you have fine hair, you have to do it more often. For me, if you're like me and you have very delicate hair, if you're putting in weaves and you're putting in heavy things in your hair, then you have to check your ends. You're probably going to get them more. If you put in thin braids and things like that, you're probably going to have to trim more. If you're doing wash and goes, like right now, guys, lately since I trimmed my hair, it just shrinks like this. I don't know. I do my best to do what I used to do where I clump it, but it's just shrinking now. So I am seeing a few more single strand knots, but I love the fullness and it looks so beautiful that I'm just working with and I'm still kind of figuring it out. So I have a new head of hair since I trimmed it. A brand new head of hair. Look at this hair, guys. End of the day, really late. And by the way, I have a lot of makeup on because I had a photo shoot today, so that's why. Anyway, I'll share all that with you when the time comes. But that's why I have on so much makeup. But I wanted to get that to you as soon as I could to just share with you how trimming your hair is magical. The magic of trimming your hair is what this is about. And I just needed to tell you that. It does so many more things than just get rid of dead hair. It changes the complexion of your hair completely. And it's so much fun. You feel so beautiful. You feel like one of those girls with the big, pretty hair that's on Instagram and on YouTube and stuff. All of a sudden, you turn into that because you trimmed your hair. That's the secret. That's one of the secrets. And you must at least see if that's going to be for you, okay? So please trim your hair. Be very careful. If you have to go to a professional, just stay on top of them. That's your hair. You sit there and look at the mirror and you stay on top of them and just let them know, and make sure you do a consultation beforehand and let them know that you're not playing. You're working really hard to grow your hair and you need help for the first trim, and then all you have to do is maintain that. But I wouldn't go to a salon. You could do it. Look at a bunch of videos. I'll do some videos. Don't be letting anybody cut your hair, not when it's the beginning, you know. Start learning how to do it yourself because people do get scissor happy. If you already have a family member or somebody you really trust, that's fine. But I would not put my journey in somebody else's hands. No way. It's too hard, guys. Right, girl? Anyway, so what I want to say, that's what I wanted to say to you. I just wanted to tell you about trimming the hair, and I want you to comment below and tell me if you already know this. If you do, encourage the rest of the lovelies, please write down there how you do it, how often you do it, why you do it the way you do. I don't mind. You can do a paragraph if you want. You've done that before. And let's just stick together and help each other with this trimming thing, because with spring is probably the best time to do it because you just came out of winter. You probably got some jagged ends and all that kind of stuff. So go ahead, and it's spring now. Trim off them ends. I did it in April, so I'm going to try it and check it in again in July. And I'll just check mine. I never did have a trimming regimen, like I said before. Now I'm going to start having one because of the fine hair, we really need a regimen. Some people can go a year. They can go forever. My daughter has not trimmed her hair in years, and her hair has been healthy because she has different type of hair, so she can get away with it. But she probably should start trimming it too. But anyway, I want to tell you I love you, and this is just, as you can see, I'm excited to share this with you. It was like I had to get this to you. I had some other things I wanted to do, but this I have to tell you now. Now's the time for us to trim it during springtime, okay? I love you so much, and I'm going to be sending other videos, but right now, this is what I want to send you. I will talk to you in my next video, and thank you so much for subscribing. Please give me a thumbs up if you love this. Share it with family. Tell everybody, okay? I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.